Conchita is here with a new album. Welcome, Conchi.
Hey.
Oh, it's so good to see you.
Good to see you too. Thank you for your time.
I gotta start this off by saying Alles Gute zum Geburtstag.
Oh, vielen Dank. Dankeschön.
How are you gonna celebrate?
Well, I'm gonna celebrate every opportunity there is. So I will start today and finish by 2021.
The party always goes with Conchita. Now, look, there's one very important piece of business to discuss, and that is from Vienna with Love, your new album recorded with the world-famous Vienna Symphony. How are you feeling about it now that it's out?
Well, I'm over the moon because this really is a dream come true. You know, all of these songs are basic. I think that's a soundtrack to my life, if I should put it in words. And so it really is so overwhelming that I now have all of these songs that I have been singing for years and years, you know, to my own in the shower or whatever. Now I'm really performing them with an actual orchestra. So it's overwhelming. And I love it so much. When I received like the master files, I listened to it like 3 weeks in a row. I annoyed all of my friends, and they had to listen to this every day and every time.
And as a performer, what's the difference when you have, you know, a pop backing track as opposed to a live symphony?
Well, you know, when there's a backing track, that's really the least favorite thing I do, because, you know, I love live music so much. So whether it's with my band or the orchestra, it's just a whole new experience of I think listening to my music and obviously for me performing my music with an orchestra. It's nerve-wracking, I have to be honest, because, you know, so many people, and I get so nervous, and they're all depending on me, you know, because they're all like the best musicians you can get. And to me, I just really want to live up to their standards. So, you know, it's a challenge, but I enjoy it so much because it's like a huge heart that is beating, you know. It's this orchestra, and it pulls you in, and you can totally bathe in the sound, and you know, just sing. And oh, I love it. I love it.
And on Instagram, we have a question from Alina.pilvanyemi. She says, which song was most technically difficult to sing?
The Way We Were by Barbara Streisand. Yeah, that was a tough one, because it's at some, you know, in some moments of the song, it's quite high, and I'm good at singing high and loud. But, you know, singing high, but in a mixed voice, it's technical. It's a challenge, and it truly was a challenge. And I did not know that humming was so hard. Humming is really not that easy, at least when you're in a vocal booth and try to deliver it. So yeah.
And now these are some lyrics I'm going to read. Hard to be sure. Sometimes I feel so insecure. It's, of course, from Celine Dion's All by Myself. Some people may be surprised that someone who's conquered the world like you have might feel insecure. Do you still have feelings of insecurity?
Oh, definitely. I mean, we all do. You know, there are certain points in your life or certain situations in your life where you're very self-confident and where you know what to do and what to say. But I do have insecurities. You know, for example, when I enter a room to rehearse, or when I entered the room to rehearse this album for the concert, I was so intimidated, because, you know, there are like 80 people sitting, and you want to deliver, and you know, sometimes I don't really think of myself as a very good singer. So being there and trying to, you know, deliver and being sure about the things that I do, you get insecure sometimes. And I mean, when you're on a date, I mean, obviously I'm so insecure. I don't know what to wear. I don't know what to say. So yeah.
Well, following up from that, on Instagram, Slide Illusion says, hello, Conchita. I'm a proud French unstoppable. How is it possible to keep on being so handsome and gorgeous through the years as you do?
Well, it's a lot of makeup and a lot of sleep. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's very nice. Thank you for saying that. But let's wait a few years, and I think I will I will long for a compliment like that.
And when we were advertising this, or rather promoting this interview, we said Conchita will talk about his songs, and people said to us, why are you referring to Conchita as a he? Because in the past we had referred to Conchita as a she, and there was some confusion. Could you explain that for us, for our readers?
Well, I mean, time has passed, and I learned so much about myself and the world and the people. And I used to be this drag persona in the golden dress and very feminine, and I loved it. But time has changed, and I evolved, and I got different point of views when it comes to like superficial things like fashion, for example. I'm not that interested in that kind of style that I used to wear. So it's basically just life that happened. And yeah, these days I feel more comfortable if somebody addresses me as he. But with me, you never know. Maybe I changed my mind in 2 weeks. You never know.
Fair enough. And looking to the future, we have a question. Will he ever do a full cover of Bilderbuch's Bungalow? Because the short version at an award show was amazing. This is from Dowdy Diva.
Well, thank you so much. I really tried hard to pull that off. No, I don't think that there ever will be a full version of it. No. It was just a special thing.
And what other musical plans do you have in the future? Obviously, we're going to keep listening to your current new album, which is amazing. But Conchita always has something up his sleeve.
Yes, I do. I am working on my third album, and it's been a minute. I know. I'm talking about that album like for years and years, but now it will happen. I actually already listened to it like for months and months because it's already in my playlist. Because you're working constantly with the songs and try to evolve them and make them perfect. So yes, I'm working on new stuff that will be definitely more electronic and a little bit more experimental, if you will. And yeah, I'm very excited how people will receive it.
I hope we get some Firestorm realness. That song, I still listen to all these years later. It is good.
Yes, it's a good song. It's a good song. Yes, and I what I can say is there will be some good music to dance to on the new album. Yes.
Amazing. And people may want to dance to your music at EuroPride 2019. You are the ambassador of the event, which will be held in Vienna. Huge honor.
It is a huge honor, and I'm so much looking forward to the EuroPride, because I think also for Austria, or especially Vienna, it's a huge opportunity to embrace this part of our society, to embrace the LGBTIQ community. As I think that we never really had a pride event that big in Austria. So I think that many people, also business-wise, will see the LGBTIQ community from a different point of view. I mean, we're expecting 1 million people. So that's gonna be a huge party, a huge opportunity to get the focus to Vienna and to get a message across, hopefully around the world, And I think that is once more a beautiful opportunity to, say something and do something beautiful.
And did you watch Eurovision 2018? We're getting lots of questions.
Yes, I did. Okay, so here's how it went down. I every year I have a huge Eurovision party because I'm a fan, and first of all, I totally forgot how many people I invited because my apartment was packed. It was packed, and I remember I have a beautiful rooftop garden which I love so much, and so this area was packed, and I thought, oh, okay, there are many people, and then I went down the stairs and I thought, oh, there are sitting people, and there are sitting. My living room was full And I thought, I don't know, I think we were like 60 people in my apartment, and we had a great time, and we had a huge party, and everybody was very well entertained, I would say. So, and then the voting started, and you know, once you become Miss Universe, you really don't like the upcoming competition when you have to give away your crown. So for me, it was it was a special moment when Austria was in the lead, and I was very excited. Don't get me wrong. Of course, I mean, Caesar just he delivered perfectly, and he's such a great artist, and the song was great, and I was very excited. But there was parts of me that thought, well, already now? I mean, is it, I mean, can't we wait like for another 10 years or so? So, but yeah, it was very exciting. It was very exciting, and we became third, which is just amazing, because I think it's such a strong sign, not only for Austria, but also for the Austrian music scene and the Austrian music industry, because we have been a little bit under the radar for many years. But now, with with all this attention, so many artists in Austria definitely, I think, raised their self-confidence about their own work, and that's beautiful to see. So yes, bring it back to Austria, and I will host it.
Well, speaking of which, we get so many questions on our social media about this. Will she return as a songwriter? Will he return as a performer? Will he present the points again? Are you open to any of these things?
Well, I will never compete again. Never. Because, I mean, I won. So there's that. But I would love to host a show. I would really love to do that. And I hosted the Green Room, and that was fun. But I really want to go the next step and do the whole thing. That would be great.
Agreed. And I'm just going to speak for a lot of people. I loved all the hosts in Vienna, but you were the best. And I was like, why put her in the Green Room? He needs to be front and center.
Total thank you so much.
Now, Conchita, for your birthday, I wanted to rain red roses for you. And I noticed that on your album, you have one German language song, Für mich soll's rote Rosen regnen.
Exactly.
Could you explain the significance of this song to those of us outside of the German-speaking world?
Well, what this song is basically about, what the song basically is about, is the fact that, actually it's about my way of living, because I think that I deserve nothing but the best, and everybody should think like that, I think, because if you expect the most beautiful things in life, and if you expect your life to be the happiest you can live, then you will get it. And this is what this song is about. It is not the question, can I have red roses raining down on me? No, it's like, I know that I deserve this. And this is yeah, this is why I love that song so much, because it's not asking for it. It's a statement. Yeah.
And I was surprised to see Colors of the Wind from Pocahontas on the album, because this is one of my favorite songs. Vanessa Williams killed it back in the day. And the song seems really relevant with the environment and things happening now. I guess, why did you choose this song?
Well, because when Disney released Pocahontas, I think I watched that movie like 90 times a day. And my parents hated me for that. But I loved it, because Pocahontas is such a special Disney princess. I think she was one of the first not doing something to get a man. She was so independent, and she actually told him, so hold on, listen, here is how it goes down. And not, I mean, as much as I love the Little Mermaid, but she gave up everything for a man. That's not something you should live up to. So yeah.
Thank you. As we interpreted Disney, you have given us meaning in our animated universe.
I'm sorry. I know.
Conchita, our time is up, but I just want to say, vielen Dank. It's always a pleasure to speak with you. Your album is fantastic.
Thank you.
Wait for you to lead me like an animal to water with your next album.
I can't wait. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, darling. Tschüss, bis später.
Später. Bye.